What is up, guys? Again, not the worst here, bringing another Black Desert Online videos, patch notes for January 8th. So let's go ahead and take a look. Biggest thing we've got is Berserker and Sorc Succession are now live on NAEU. And second biggest thing is we now have a table of contents for our patch notes and even the Pearl Shop page too. So I guess that's pretty cool if you're looking for just specific things of what got updated that week. Speaking of events, let's take a look at what we got here. We've got Winter Wonderland, which has Let It Snow and DIY Snowman, which we've had in the past before. So let's jump on over and take a look at that. Oh, I like that picture. I'll probably put that in the thumbnail. So we've got the snowflake thing here. Basically just be logged in every 30 minutes and you'll get 10 of these little snowflake dudes up to, and at least in one day, a total of 10 per day every 30 minutes. And then you can trade them in for these items here. 10 of them will get you a delicate box or resplendent box for 30, shining box for 50, or you can save up 150, which will get you a fine accessory box, which would take obviously the extent of the duration. Up to you how you want to do this. Fine accessory box obviously gives you Ogre Ring, Crescent Ring, Bazzy Belt, Tongue Grad Ring. But if you take a look at the, what is this one, 50? If you take a look at the Shining box, you could get 3 of these for the same cost of snowflakes that a fine accessory box gets you. And 3 of these at, you know, some of these BMC prices, pretty solid that you could roll over if you had some extra BMCs to melt down alongside them. And then, of course, you could always get memory fragments or a black magic crystal box from there. Kind of up to you. I could definitely see an argument for just picking up 3 of these bad boys instead of just rolling the dice with the fine accessory and walking away with potentially just like 30 mil on a Crescent Ring or Bazzy Belt. And then we've got, this is the event we saw last year as well. Basically just killing stuff, fishing, gathering, or gathering via scooping will not count, it says, the water and whatnot, and then put these things together. You'll get a little winter snowman when you have one of each of the 3, and this is the item roll box that you can get from here. Tongue Grad necklace and belt doesn't have earring included there, or ring, which is interesting to note. Dandy, Zarka, Ogre Ring, Kuda Maneuver, Bazzy Belt, Narc, etc., the usual ones, all the way down to tendon potions and a couple of draft options as well. So pop back on over here. Now, next up, we've got the Grab Mysterious Axe. This is actually a pretty interesting event, I thought. So basically, you just run over to the Ancient Stone Chamber, check out the Mysterious Axe, and you're going to get a 20% item drop rate boost. Pretty cool little boost. It lasts for 180 minutes, and you can go back to it at any time. If you use it before it ends, obviously, it just refreshes the boost. I was originally going to be finishing the 20-hour grind video I was working on now that the 50% drop rate just ended, which I had spent the entire duration at Star's End. But I might put it on hold since I'll probably just be using this and continuing Star's End, but maybe I'll sprinkle in so I can at least get the video done that I was in the middle of when the drop event started, but we'll see how that goes. Then, of course, we've got Succession of events. I did go ahead and pull it up, but we know the drill on this. New Succession class comes out, and then you get these rewards for hitting the levels, same as we've seen every single Succession release. So there's that. Ongoing events, pre-registration for Guardian still up. Make sure you do that. New Year's Surprise is still running. Kuno Ninja Succession still going, and the slow-mo contest as well. We ended the Thank You for 2019. That included the item drop rate plus 50% boss and the drop event and the auto fishing. So you got to get your polar bears back out. Piku ended, Xmas Surprise, New Year Gift, and the Succession of Events Part 3. Content updates. Change the number of C-Coin coupons required for the following items when exchanging with Ravinia, the Manos accessories, and added a new refresh barter item barter information function. 10,000 parlay reduces the cooldown by 1 minute, and you consume up to 50,000 parlay each time. You cannot choose the amount of time to reduce when you press the reduce refresh cooldown button. So you get the 3 refreshes with barter. If that's your thing, again, I don't barter, but we at least cover what they've changed with it as they're continuously making updates. There's a dev comment on it here. I'm not going to get into it, but if you want to check it out, of course, there's a link to the patch notes in the box down there if you want to read their reasoning for that. Chance to find barter support box from Island Exploration was reduced by 35%. More barter items were added to certain islands available for better barter, greatly increased the chance for special barters to occur. And as announced with the Global Lab December 26th maintenance, barter information list and parlay were reset due to changes in the barter system. Delivery gift box will not be given as a reward for Imperial Cooking delivery and Imperial Alchemy delivery. We knew that was coming up as well. And then they've got a dev comment on that. Pets can now collect items when perched on your shoulder. Okay. Added an option for auto routes to have more streamlined movement. You can see in the picture here of the UI, you've got basic and smooth settings now. They have a video kind of showing the difference. So again, if you want to check that out, just click on the link straight to those. A couple of changes to the Razor LED setup, and also now you can search adventurers through the Mysterious Man with banned words in their character names as well. A little issue fixed there in Altanova clipping. Add an effect for large ships to use volley to determine the distance of cannon fire. Decrease the max cannon fire distance of large ships able to use volley by 8%. You can now determine the distance when the Monster Bane cannons used during the battle against Khan, the Eye of the Great Ocean. Fix the cannon cooldown reset UI of improved Etheria sailboat, improved frigate, Caravel, and Gallius to be the same as the Etheria Karak. Fix the cannon cooldown description and the large ship upgrade information text to match the actual cannon reload cooldown. You can see the chart here, the adjustments as well. Class changes, obviously. Big news is the Sorc Succession and Zerker Succession as well. I haven't had a chance to really look at Zerker Succession or anybody playing with it a bit, so I'm not too familiar with that. Sorc looks pretty bonkers in general. Saw a lot of 1v1 videos and stuff of it, but I don't play Sorc much, so not the authority on that one. Tamer had an issue fix where MP was not properly consumed when using Roaring and Void Lightning during horseback combat. And then also Ninja had air attack now applied up to 2 hits when Red Rain successfully lists the enemy, as well as Dark Frenzy now damages enemies close to the Ninja as well. And then there were some Kuno changes a little bit here too. Description added, fix the knockdown from Ghost to release Ghost Soul Spirit by using Succession Kunai throw to activate when the Kunai actually hits the target, and fix the issue where Ankle Cutter and Crescent Slash during Ghost Step triggered Ghost Greeting. Description added, change the key for block jump after using Ghost Step from Q to Shift Q in succession, and changed the buff effect of Ninjutsu Commence as below. You can see it was a little bit of a nerf. It lost 10 AP on it and completely removed the 15% evasion buff as well. The others were unchanged. Item changes. Okay, this gets a little interesting here. Increase the max price limit of defense gears at the central market due to higher demand. And due to the increase in defense gear prices, the below items will no longer be sold by defense gear merchants. So you can see the helms of the different lower end sets were increased roughly 60%, a hair under 60% across the board there for the max limit. And they're probably going to go up to that. And now that Taritist, Heave, Agirian, Fortuna, Zareth, Talus, Gruntle, and Rokaba can no longer be purchased from merchants. This is definitely going to change the enhancing method of using Heave helmets when you're in like middle grade fail stacking for sure. I know some other people use Gruntle and that sort of thing. This will heavily weigh into that price. Their reasoning for this was because they pretty much made workshops useless for making these pieces because you could just buy them and then go from there, and they were selling for so cheap. It didn't make a lot of sense to do workshops for these. So they wanted to kind of adjust that. This does impact fail stacking for the people that were using that sort of thing. I know I do have quite a number of Heave helmets that I use during the enhancing sessions when I need to make like middle grade fail stacks and don't want to keep pushing the reblath. So we'll see how that plays out over time. Could be a great upgrade in the sense of the economy for those items, and obviously fail stacking. Not gonna be enjoying that so much, but I guess just keep clicking reblath to 40 or something. Items purchasable via Amity are still available for purchase, so keep that in mind. With it, max durability recovery from Artisans memory was increased from 4 to 5 times. That's actually kind of very huge, by the way. Really big deal. So 1 memory fragment now will repair 5 durability instead of 4 with Artisan memories. We did get the Dandelion buff, and then this kind of snuck in as well, sort of. So when I first read this, I was kind of excited because when we saw the Dandelion buff where the damage to humans was changed to extra damage to all species. We saw this hit the global lab, and then there was a lot of comments on the video I did covering it about how Dragon Slayer, this was like a huge nerf to Dragon Slayer. Well, Dragon Slayer was included in this buff as well, sort of. So if we look at the chart, the Dandelion buff was done exactly like we saw in the global lab. So at Pen, it used to be 5 additional human damage, and it's now 12 damage to all species. And at Tet, it was 5 before as well, and it's 10 extra damage to all species. So hearing that Dragon Slayer was included, I was like, all right, cool. So those people that are running Dragon Slayer won't be too upset. Psych, because it's not... It's not a very good buff. It's literally the same. I mean, at least it's damage to all species, not humans, so there is that. But the amount definitely creates a pretty large disparity that wasn't previously there with Dragon Slayer and Dandelion. Previously, you had 1 sheet AP loss, and then when you were looking at Tet level on Dragon Slayer versus this, you had 5 human damage, so pretty much the same here, Tet and Pen, right across the board. Now we have the new changes. Dandelion is just drastically superior as far as damage to all species. You have 10 and 12 at Tet and Pen, and this at Tet, Dragon Slayer is exactly the same at 5, which means it did not get buffed whatsoever. And if you're one of the like handful of people that have a Pen Dragon Slayer, it now has 7 damage to all species. So it's good that it's species damage and not human. So I mean, there is that. So that has some impact, but I'm not very excited to see that these used to be the same bonus stats here, and then we've just decided to make Dandelion drastically better there. I mean, Dandelion is supposed to be a superior weapon, but whatever. At least it was included somewhat. Change the store sell price for the following designs to be the same: the Delphinite Armor and Eden's Travelwear and Orin's Travelwear as well. Duration information was added to the description of Jay's special scroll, those scrolls that went out for the event for New Year's, or Christmas rather. As announced on December 30th, the following items were discontinued from the Pearl Shop: the Book of Combat, Book of Life, Cliff Guide, Armstrong's Guide, both 1 day and 30 day as well, and added the new Secret Book of Old Moon. So what the Secret Book of Old Moon does is gives you, previously you had to purchase each of those items separately, but now you can receive all of these effects plus some new ones that you can use the item to receive the usual increase in combat and skill XP while being able to change skills and add-ons and be able to receive villa buffs at campsites without purchasing villa coupons. And you can also receive more stables and wharf slots. XP increase from Secret Book of Old Moon stacks with previously purchased Book of Combat and other similar effects. And then I love the Q&A below it, right after they say it does stack. And then the first question, does the XP increase from the Secret Book of Old Moon stack with other similar effects? Yes, we literally just said that in the sentence before. Can you use it when Armstrong's Skill Guide is in effect? Yes, but they recommend using it separately, obviously. And can I use it and the value pack together? And yes, it will stack. So what is this new Secret Book of Old Moon stats? You can see you get it 15 days, 1250 pearls, same as a Blessing of Commissel, 100% XP buff, 50% skill and life XP. You can unlearn and learn skills, skill add-ons, and enhance skills anytime and anywhere, which is pretty handy for people that want to swap between succession a whole lot. You still have to buy this item in order to do it, but you can always try and get them off the marketplace if you're I don't know offhand a class that's like constantly switching between Succession and Awakening, but I would imagine there's plenty of applications where for Siege or Node Wars you want one or build or the other, and then maybe grinding you want the other build, so this kind of gives you that flexibility. This is pretty cool. You can buy villa scrolls via your campsite without having a villa invitation. So if you're like me and you just camp out your main out in Star's End and you don't want to have to run all the way back, instead of having to send an alt to get it and then ship it on over to like Calpheon and grab it, and you can actually just continue doing it. I don't know that I'll get one of these for that reason. You also get +1 stable and wharf slot as well. With the release of these, they decided to go ahead and give us a Secret Book of Old Moon 7 days applied to all adventurers along with this maintenance, so that's in effect. The Shikatu Shiny Box was out of the Pearl Shop, which we'll check out in a second. And the weight of reward boxes from Savage Rift was decreased to 0.1. LOL, Savage Rift, really. Changed location of wolves on the route to Olvia Port. Some quest updates. Ravinia at Crow's Nest now exchanged items for upgrade materials. Another added option for Crossroad quest after the Grusha Scout quest within the main Balnos quest line. Succession quests can now be checked in the suggested quest tab. That's pretty handy. Corrected the quest descriptions for a couple of island quests and removed some texts and yada, yada, yada. Updated the following UIs for cooking, alchemy, and processing. You can check out kind of a picture here of the cooking setup here for it. They also updated a bunch of fixes here. I believe they had a picture of it. They updated worker listings. Here's UI for bargaining as well. So yeah, you've got that. Crystals equipment items cannot be used in processing as materials anymore. Changed some texts in Dark Rift, etc., etc. Then of course we got resolved issues fixing whenever you do a backflip as a berserker wearing a specific outfit, it no longer glitches the cape into the helmet or whatever. So we got Pearl Shop. Let's take a look at that. Here's the Secret Book of Old Moon. Again, we covered that. They do the breakdown again of it, but we talked about what it is. It's currently on sale where you get 15 plus an additional 7 days for the same price as a 15-day. So if this appeals to you, you probably want to pick it up. Just keep in mind you already have a 7-day buff applied to you as it is. We have Master of Enhancement pack, and keep in mind your Artisan memories now recover 5 for this. This pack's actually pretty decent. At 4,800 pearls, which is about 800 pearls more than a regular 100 Artisan memory pack, you're going to get the 100 Artisan memories, 30 Valk's Cry, 150 Cronstone, and 100 memory fragments, as well as a 40 stack Blacksmith's Secret Book, so you can extract a 100 stack as well, and 10 item collection increase scrolls. Pretty solid pack if you frequently buy Artisans. Obviously, it's just like a whole bunch of extra stuff to give you as well. I, however, am more interested in this bad boy, Value plus Commissile pack at 2,400 pearls. You're going to get a 30-day value pack and 2 Blessing of Commissile as well. Keep in mind, a Blessing of Commissile, the regular price is literally the price of this right here. 2,400 pearls would run you just 2 Blessing of Commissile on its own. So you're getting a value pack on top of that, and then you're also getting 20 item collection increase scrolls, which is pretty bonkers. So you can only purchase one for per family, and I will definitely be doing so, despite the fact that they've had so many good bonuses on Blessing of Commissile lately that I have a few in inventory. Of course, we see the Succession costumes for it. We're all very familiar with this as Succession comes out. Costume outfits are released for it as well. I don't know what Sorc outfit this one is. I think that's the old. that's an older one for sure. I think this is the Succession one. Don't care for this personally. I like this thing. Both the Zerk ones look pretty dope to me. Premium outfit 4+2 pack. This is kind of weird to me. 13,600 pearls, and you literally get 6 premium outfit boxes. So I guess for the small price of like near $140, you can just get a whole bunch of costumes and do your thing. Don't know how I feel about that. Whatever. You're also going to get a 1-day Book of Old Moon and 10 item drop scrolls. We got the 2020 New Start pack, some horse stuff. You're going to get a Tier 7 horse emblem, +8 inventory expansion and light horse gear. And then 5 Alliance Tier, 5 Blessed Message Scroll, and a Enhancement Help Kit, the level 2 one. We've got Berserker and Sorc apparel 20% off as well. Shy has the Marine Romance outfit set for limited time. And then we've got here's the Shikatu shiny boxes, both for combat and life. You can get 5 per day of these. Just be careful. These are updated. They're 100 mil instead of the previous ones we saw, luxury boxes being 50 mil. Obviously, the items available in it have been upgraded as well. You can get Tet Distortion Earring on the 0.00001%. And across the board, your low end, this does not, however, have memory fragments, just to note that. So your low ends like Kron Stones, 15 hards and 10 sharps. Then 40 stack, and then you get into the accessories, Voltara, Eye of the Runes, Tongue Grad Earring. So just keep in mind, this thing costs 100 mil, and every single non-pry item that you have here, other than Distortion Earring, is going to be worth less than that 100 mil that you're spending, and obviously it's going to be heavily weighted that you're going to be getting sharps, hards, or 30 Kron Stones. So just be careful of that. I wouldn't recommend dumping all your money into some RNG boxes. It's definitely a silver filter to try and weed that kind of thing out. But anyway, that is going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to like it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with the bell notification so you get pop-up when new videos do go live. And if you want to catch me playing live, you can head on over to the Twitch page. It's linked in the description below. Drop a follow over there so you get notifications for that as well. Spoiler alert, it's typically just weekends. But sometimes I pop in on the weekdays when I have some free time. And with that said, that's going to be it for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.